Hey guys, we're live.
Okay, I was like, is that me?
Yeah, we. I mean, it's the watch party. We don't have the whole like setup and the intro and stuff. I do want to test something out though. Is
Ooh.
this loud?
So when we typically have music, so right there is just about perfect for me.
What about you, Pat?
That's a good level, yeah.
I can lower it more. I'm just. I found a way to like have the music at full volume, and I just use voice meter to just lower it for you guys. So if that's a good level, I can lower it even more. Just let me know. How does this sound on stream? One second. Can you guys say something?
Something
ANDOR,
dark side.
the Darth Plagueis the Wise.
You will pay the price for your lack of vision.
And yours is your faith in your friends.
Can you guys hear them? Connor?
Oh, that threw me off. I opened up the stream and I heard you say it again. I was like, you just asked that. Oh, no. Delay stuff. Just delay stuff. It's all gravy.
Not the music.
All right. Stream is up here, and let's see. Hopefully, Obishan will be joining us soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Let's see.
That this it does feel like it has crept up volume wise. But that being said, you guys want to see something awesome that I just got?
Yes.
Can you guys hear the music now? I'll lower it a little bit.
So I got this sent to me. First of all, it's a beautiful box.
Is that handmade?
Maybe I didn't ask him how you made it. But
Is that a dice holder?
But what is inside the box?
Is good.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is very, very beautiful.
Yeah, so this was a gift from the good Tim, Tim over at Odin's Actual. But yeah, he sent this to me, and it's beautiful.
All right, Connor says it's a good volume. How about you guys? I lowered it a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's working
switching
out.
tracks now, but all right. I feel like I'm gonna have to pull out an audible here and ask in general.
Or I mean, this could be good news. Could mean that everyone is watching on their own watch parties.
Maybe. I just don't like that blank box. I could always, I could always disable it.
I'll shoot Obashan a quick message right now.
Yoink. Alright, that box is gone for now. So, while we wait for some answers from people, Cal Kestis gonna show up today?
I was thinking Quinlan Voss.
Now, we did get some revelations from StarWars.com. So we did find out that technically the flashback scene was happening before the Clone Wars. And so the logo that the Separatists used being on the jacket is more of an indication of that being something prior, right? We don't exactly know what that means, but
it's funny because like when I saw that blurb on TikTok get posted out, I had to tag Luke and thing because like, see, he can still be a separatist.
Yeah.
But I mean, also at the same time, you could be a separatist prior to the war starting, right? You.
Oh yeah.
That would exist.
I was just joking about Cal Kestis, as we do. I don't think we're going to see any Jedi.
I hope we don't.
That would take away from the series, I think.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. This may be kind of a dick thing for me to say, but it feels kind of nice not having, because there's people who, for them, Star Wars has to be lightsabers go burr, and I love that. Lightsabers go burr, but I think there's a lot more to it than that. I like keeping this separate, and we're going to get that in a series, right? Tales of the Jedi. So we don't need it in everything, and so I'm happy to keep it separate.
Yeah.
This is one step closer to a pure political drama in Star Wars.
As long as we get this.
Cassian Andor.
All day, every day, every damn day.
I need my Star Wars West Wing.
Do you think this ep will be continuing the storyline or a whole episode of Young Andor? They're going to continue what they've been doing, just to kind of like a mix, parallel storytelling.
We do need to see what's going on with his sister,
I don't know if we need to see her. Maybe. So my thinking is that we're not gonna see anything from her until like they find where she is, and then it might do a parallel storytelling with her on her journey towards where she is.
Now, she wasn't mentioned in Cal. I haven't read Catalyst, but I know you guys did probably. They never mentioned he had a sister in Catalyst, did she? Did they?
Oh, he's not in Catalyst at all.
No? Which one?
Rebel Rising?
And Andor is not in any book.
Okay, because I thought there was a story that gives it a little background.
So Catalyst gives background on the time period, and that's why definitely wanted to read it. But that's Galen Erso's story.
Okay, got it. Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, we didn't.
But you would really like it. You haven't read it yet? I thought.
No,
you like the politics. The political
I have
things.
so many. I'm so behind on Star Wars books.
Yeah, but this is Star Wars politics books.
I know. I just bought Bloodlines, so it's like.
Oh,
I mean,
Bloodlines is
yeah.
way more important for you to read. I'm almost offended you haven't read it yet.
What are you on now?
Let's see. I'm currently reading one of the preview books.
Oh yeah.
So- But the last one I left off was Padawan. No, yeah, Padawan. No, The Princess and the Scoundrel, and then the next one I was going to read before I decided to take a break to read some Game of Thrones books was Brotherhood, and then after that was going to be Lost Stars, and then Bloodlines.
Okay. You're on a good track. I mean, yeah. Path of Deceit coming out October 6th for sure. You got to get on that. Chocolate, any response?
Nope.
I wonder why. Maybe like the good karma is there's like a bank, right? And the premiere was like, you've used up all your good karma. You know?
I better get to doing some good deeds then.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've banked some pretty surplus karma. Just saying.
Yeah, the force has been kind to you guys.
I mean, like what we've
Now, granted, we have been we've been grinding a lot,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
over the past couple of years.
These early morning streams are gonna get me through Shite Wednesdays all the way to November. Can't wait. Well, glad to be a part of your morning.
That's awesome. Good morning, Connor. How are you?
The problem with calling an audible with a fourth guest right now is that those who had committed to just sleeping are asleep,
Yeah.
and everyone else is having their own watch party, which is fine. We can do it on our own, because for sure it's good to clip this stuff and post it and repost it. I cannot wait for the Yoda comic.
Is a Yoda coming out?
Oh yeah.
Mini series, but still.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna try my hardest to get into the Star Wars comics, starting with the Phase 2 High Republic comics, because like I've read snippets online, and I own, I don't remember which one, but it's one of the Orla ones. Like they're really good. I have to get on top of being on top of getting them.
Yeah. No. It's I recently, thank you to Hayden, and shout out to Hayden of Castle Run Relay, put me on to League of Geek Comics, or Geek Nerds. I can't remember. League. Yikes! It's an app that for sure that like keeps track of your pull lists. Legend of Comic Geeks.
Okay.
And you put in all of the comics you're following, and then it'll send you a notification when it comes out. And this is the number one gripe that people have with comics and keeping up with comics. Aside from going to Marvel.com or Comixology and subscribing to that series so that you see on your card that $4 has been charged, like, I got a new comic. This is a great way to keep track of when issues come out. I used an app before that was horrible. It didn't have a lot of High Republic stuff, so
for the Star Wars releases, I use the website Utuni, I think it's called.
Utini. They're
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
They're a great resource.
Good guys too.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get some of them on.
They are difficult to get on because they're all doctors.
Jeez.
Oh, they really? Wow.
yeah. So they were all they were all just doctors that really loved Star Wars, and you know, I've been following them since before I made content, and they just have stories of like every time he would see a copy of Lost Stars, he would buy it. because whenever someone would ask him, "Hey, what do you how do you recommend I get into Star Wars?" He'd just give it to him.
Oh wow,
That's some work. Doing the Lord's work.
I think I accidentally like ran into like them, and not knowing it was them at Celebration, because I came back with something that has the website on it.
Yeah, they were there. They had a booth. I'm sure they had cards and stuff too, and we're probably walking around.
Episode 4 is out. I'll be creating a group watch.
Alrighty.
Let me get this link. Gotta put it in the Discord. Let's see here. Connor says the Edge of Balance is really good too, but that's a manga. So what they call comics in Japan is manga. So it is a comic. You guys should have gotten the group watch link.
Yes.
Where?
Oh, whoops. I put it in general. You know, as we do. We fluff up. Watch Aldani? Is that like a... Is that an error or is that an Easter egg? Or like a spoiler? Who's Aldani? Watch Aldani. This is...
It sounds like a refreshing beverage.
Right? Alright, we've got a porg. Got a porg.
It's hot out. I drink Aldani.
Aldani Pure. Straight from the springs of Alderaan.
I'm picturing it as a blue drink. I don't know why, but it's like fruity blue drink.
Listen,
Yeah, but it is refreshing, whatever it is.
if there was a planet that had potable water, that was just water, but blue, it would make sense.
Everything in Star Wars is just blue. Noodles are blue. Milk is blue.
I almost made myself some blue noodles for this occasion.
All right. Everyone's in the group watch. We are about to start the episode. Let me turn off the music. All right. Starting now, and I'm going to put it in the chat. Here we go. Ghazi and Ander. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're going to have these.
Yeah. Ghazi and Ander.
Cassian Ender.
I can't, Luthien. He's such a great character.
Sooner or later, I'm going to find a way to put like a timer on the stream so that people can sync up. It's a whole thing. I'd have to keep like my mouse on the player. I could capture like a countdown or a stopwatch. Is that the Death Star? Nice.
No, there's no cameos.
I'm thinking of drums in this show.
I'm living for it.
I really like this logo. So I just ordered a shirt that has this logo. It says Andor, Hodor, Mordor.
Oh,
Oh, he should have said Stim. Oh, that's the name of the episode. But we don't know what Aldani is, right?
No.
It's new.
I want to mention a Kolto in canon.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Jeez. There's so many new terms.
Midnog. Oh, I love that so much.
That's definitely a new drink that's coming out.
Oh, I like that knife. His sleeves confuse me a little.
Whose sleeves? Luthen's?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Alliance, Separatists. Yeah.
That was a good. Oh, that was a great line, Luthien. Aren't they all the same?
I smell profit.
Geordie Jedi super chatted a $2.25 ramen drop. My Wi-Fi is gonna crash soon. Have good day, lads.
Have a good day, man. Thank you for the
That's
drop.
it, man.
That startled me.
Fought in Minbum when he was 16. Did he fight in the same battle with Han?
Hmm?
Did he fight in the same battle with Han?
I'll have to go back and see.
He was 16. Mimban.
I like this. So we were getting a heist?
Coruscant.
Coruscant.
First of all, I think that's the same Mimban. Isn't he roughly the same age as Han? 16. At Minbon.
He should be 5 years younger than Han.
So Han fought. Pat's living for this scene.
Oh yeah, into him. Bureaucracy at its finest.
Dedra. You got it.
Jesus, this guy. Shout out to Young.
Hello, Young. I want to slap that mustache off your face.
I truly thought you were going to say that to Young.
If Young had that mustache, I'd slap it off her face too.
I mean, of all the Star Wars mustaches, that wasn't the best. Clem.
Oh man, I wonder how M is doing.
It's Luke. It's Gandalf.
It's Obi-Wan.
It's Radagast Brown. Lagertha?
Is that Kyber crystal?
It doesn't look like one.
What?
Oh gosh.
He just dropped a bunch of stuff on us.
Whoa, okay.
We're gonna have to go back really quickly. Come on now.
We're cutting. That's Old Republic, right?
Yes. Quadi Signet, Blue Kyber Skystone. Okay. I have to double check. But I think the only canon mention of Rakatan would be The Legend of Lahan, right?
The only place I've seen it.
Telling you, man, Disney's doing more to canonize legends.
I love.
And people don't appreciate it, dude.
They're just bringing in things little by little in such great ways.
Fondor. Okay.
Damn.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
I love him so much.
I'm gonna have to make an insert of that. Just 0 to 60. Gassing Andor. Look at me! As hundreds of creators drop merch tomorrow with the shirt Clem. Clem for hire.
No. I know he's ISB, but I'm really liking his character.
Goodness gracious, his thesaurus is working.
It's gone.
And that's just how it happens, man. They come in and ring the bell.
It's going to happen sooner or later.
The guy in the middle is like fighting every temptation to look at him. picked up the latest Obi-Wan comic issue? Latest or
I have
newest?
not.
She's giving me big egret vibes from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know nothing, Clem.
I just love that.
Oh, so that's Egret. Gotcha.
Oh, that's such a great line. Save your wind. How do you read that?
Jurisdictions.
Against my better judgment, she has sparked my interest already.
There's something about ISP agents that hit different.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
That's cool.
It's all a charade. And that he acts like okay.
His ship got all the nice little amenities.
So this is Space Scotland.
So where's the Space Highlander?
Save your wind. This is a long walk.
I love all the bureaucracy runarounds.
Oh man. the condescension. Like, what relevance does that have? How long she's been there? She's got I mean, like, I'm arguing for the sake of the Empire, but she's got jurisdictional access.
No, I did.
I've got diplomatic immunity.
No, I mean, like, official request, jurisdiction, she should have the file.
How long is the episode? About 50 minutes. Oh, there it is.
Those are cool looking.
I like that poncho.
It's all good, Obi-Sean. Two-year-old comes first. If you well, I gotta look at the schedule, but maybe we'll get you on this Saturday. I think, but I think it is booked. I think this Saturday is booked. Yes, it is. We'll eventually get you on, Obi-Sean. Don't worry.
Do we get a Stock Tours reference?
Wait, did we get a planet name?
This Coruscant?
I mean, this is back on Marlon 1. This is his. Oh, has he?
The levels make me think it's Coruscant. I wonder where Luthen would be returning to in this draped look.
These shots are beautiful.
The set designs are just outstanding.
What I've noticed, though, is that more than anything, we're getting a lot of just, like, ancillary looks at planet-side stuff. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that hurt. That looks like it hurts.
Is anyone else a little out of sync?
How do you mean? I do hear someone's feedback from like, but that is like a little behind. But I don't know. Is the audio for you like on the video out of sync?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see if it fixes itself if I pause it.
That's a good place to pause it.
Yeah. So I'm paused on 2811. Is that where you guys at?
2811? What? Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
And then we all see the car.
Yes.
Yeah, if anything, it was just my audio that wasn't synced up. But it was not like crazy. But yeah, go ahead and hit play.
She's so damn beautiful.
God, Luthen.
Damn, he's like a different person.
Oh, wow. Look at all the
Mandalorian
artifacts.
armor. You see that? Oh God,
Do we have to go back?
the armor in the back. That's Sith Trooper armor.
Oh man.
And then there's a Mandalorian breastplate right
Yeah,
there.
right here. And that's a Mandalorian horn.
And that snake symbol thing on the left hand side, I've seen it before, but I can't place it right now.
Yeah.
Is that
And that's a Calicordi in the back.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, all these artifacts are so. All these
Are we gonna see
categories.
Thrawn just come in here and like appreciate all of it? An Utapauan cudgel. Terribly interesting coins. That actually looks like Bane's armor and mask.
was so seamless.
Hmm.
Okay, I know what it is. The faceplate looks a lot like Star Killers.
I have to look it up again.
Oh, how much I would just love to wander his shop.
I love that room. I want to.
I love that car. Look at it.
It sounds like the swoop level in KOTOR. This is so like ragtag.
Yeah, the juxtaposition of these two Coruscant bonsai trees.
I love it.
The idea of a bonsai sakura hybrid. I like them. I like the aesthetic.
Sly Moore?
From the Vizier's chamber, so Masa Meta.
Mhm.
Riots at your college? What the hell?
I love her husband. I love the paper mache model that they have instead of a hollow map.
It's very rustic. Nasma Brani. That's a lot of science.
As long as I don't bring Harith.
This is why the Empire lost.
You don't trust the analysts.
Alert me when the Death Star is destroyed. That's about as concrete as you get.
Here we are spending your valuable time.
Connor made business cards. We
Connor's
appreciate
the
you.
best.
I love how he's more worried about quarterly reports than the security analyst she's giving.
She is more competent. And when the Rebel Alliance forms, she's just sitting there saying, I told you so.
I want to know what happens to her after the war.
She's obviously in the Rebel Alliance. That's my speculation anyway. Is this pork and beans?
No, that's a Weezer song.
I want that tablet.
It's oh, the data cache of those tablets in Star Wars are able to access, or just must be vast.
I thought we were going to see the run. Dang.
I'm guessing that's next week.
I don't know if I agree with that ending. I wanted to see the run.
No, I think this is going to continue to do a 3-episode arc.
You think we're not going to see the
type
run
thing
until
throughout.
the third of this?
Oh no, we'll see the run on the second one, and it's going to reach
It's
a breaking point,
end.
and then their escape is going to be the third episode.
Genevieve O'Reilly. Finally got to see Mon Mothma.
Oh, she looks so good, and the way they seamlessly went from conversation to conversation, it was just so nice.
Yeah.
The way her husband is just like everything has to be boring and sad.
I'm like,
Yes, we did see it, Rams. Or I saw it.
he's just being a good stay-at-home husband and planning dinner parties and.
But he was gonna have her to sit next to Sly Moore and the stuff, and like,
Wow. Did
And
you guys see the Star Killer Easter egg? Rams, how? Chaco's on that with you. I believe I pointed out the armor at the at some point in that episode that looked like Sith Trooper armor, but then sad that the mask looked like Starkiller's mask. Which is interesting. So I mean, the show's just gonna keep getting better and better.
Oh yeah.
Like I know I said I don't agree with that ending, but like I'm just being facetious.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we got an ISP like Monday morning meeting. I loved it. They're just like doing roll call. They're just doing roll call and like checking off their agendas. Like
It was dense, like bread. There's a lot I must ponder now.
How did you like the episode, Rams? I have to route this to here. Can you guys hear that?
yep.
Yeah.
I love seeing the ISB. I believe this one of the only times in the movies and shows that we really get to see them. This is true. I mean, I think within the shows we get to see like, individual ISB agents.
I mean, we did get in book form people like Sinjir Rathvelis, but yeah, this is seeing the inner workings, the inner bureaucracy, and how cumbersome it is. But I'm looking forward to the future where we see that those people are ruthless as well.
Yeah. I mean, the show just keeps on getting better and better. What I loved the most about this episode was how much of the minutia we got. I mean, we got to see the ISB, but we also got to see just how fat and arrogant the Empire is, even in that sector of the Empire. Just, usual office politics. Like, you're a newbie here. Stay in your lane. Stop trying to reach. And Pat had a good call out to like the starting of this movement is so raggedy that they're using like middle school project models for their planning instead of like a hollow.
It was a really well designed model too.
It was. No, I'm not knocking on it.
Oh no, I'm just saying it was like for a scraping together thing. They really took the time and care to build that model. It was awesome. It had so many details.
Yeah.
Now, question. I mean, was that dude thirsting over Andor?
The dude that was explaining like the micro densities and stuff.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I mean, that's what I was reading.
I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, given how quick he was to just be like, I know he believes in the cause, and that's all I need to know. It was for sure one of those like jump in and defend White Knight type of stuff.
And then showing off all the knowledge he knows about what happens with the eye.
Oh yeah, the eye of Aldani. I mean, that's another highlight of this episode, right? Is just the wellspring of artifacts and lore that You know, I'm glad that it is not a Jedi Force lore show, but we still get some nuggets from artifacts. The mention of the uprising of the Rakatan Empire. Did he say Empire?
No, he just said the he didn't say Empire.
You just said Rakana invasion.
Yeah. But invasions imply imperialism. So, I mean, take that for what you will. I just know that they're not name dropping the Rakatan Empire, or they're not name dropping the Rakata, only to then make it seem like they're just, you know, some tribe out in like Dantooine. Like, no, they're a force to be reckoned with. The Rakatan invasion.
Oh yeah. Especially if the necklace is worth that much.
And that's the thing too. I think they're introducing more types of Kyber.
Yeah. He's like blue Kyber.
I need to you know, rewatch what was said, but it almost felt like it was two things mixed together.
Yeah, it's not a Kyber crystal. It's so if you remember back in Catalyst, Galen talks about a whole bunch of different types of Kyber. And so he says it's a Kawadi signet. Shout out to our friends at the Kuwait shipyards.
It's like Kuwait is different.
Kawadi signet, blue Kyber, Skystone are the three things that he said that this was. And yeah, I mean, like, it has hue to it. Now, whether or not that comes from it having attuned to someone, or if it is a natural, because it's called blue Kyber, or it's called the Sky.
The music got super loud just now.
Yeah.
Just now?
Yeah, it just went. Bah.
Is it still loud?
Yeah.
Why is it doing that? What about now?
That's better.
Yep.
I gotta get some sleep. I love the watch party. Can't wait until next week. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in, Rams.
Have a good one.
Have a wonderful night.
Starting it late, but came to show my support for you guys. Hey, thank you very much, CJ. Appreciate you.
Yeah, CJ, I saw you in Cal server. It looked like you guys were watching some Rick and Morty or something. But happy you guys hopped over.
Yeah. That's some crazy.
I think my favorite line from this whole episode was when Andor was like, "Are you? Where are you? Alliance, Sep, partisan?" And then Luthen goes, "Aren't they all the same?" Because like they all form the same organization later on, and all
SSDD, right?
So it's like it was great. We're moving towards that uniting form of like everyone realizing that they're fighting for the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it always comes down to
Pockets
that,
of fermenting.
when you thought it was fermenting.
I thought he said that. I know it's not the right word, but it sounded. I heard fermenting because of the accents.
Yeah. No, that's the thing, right? I mean, when it's disjointed like that, you get so many different groups fighting for the same cause, and then you get this kind of fracturing of modus, where, you know, you've got the partisan front, or you've got Saw Gerreras, where they're fighting for the same cause, but they're being a little bit rambunctious, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of what Broke saw as well, is people would see he would go a bit too far, and then so people would leave his organization in order to go towards like Mon Mothma, which is one of the reasons he ended up so paranoid. Also, other people betrayed him, but that's a whole another topic.
Yeah. Pat, really quickly, I gotta be a mic police on this one.
Yep.
Is there any way you can like straighten the mic so that you're not breathing into it, like straight out?
Is that better?
Now breathe. Still getting a little bit, but when it was in front of you, you were like,
No problem.
we can still hear you though, but that was good.
Awesome.
Obi-Sean says, I can't wait to see Mon Mothma. Oh. Yeah. I don't know if you have us on mute or if you just like zoning us out.
Well, I mean, if he did start much later than us, so I'm sure he's watching it right now. And
I'm just saying, like, he's in chat watching us, and we're talking about everything we've seen.
I assume we're muted so he can hear the show better.
Yeah.
But we appreciate the watch and the support and the likes. If anyone wishes to deploy said likes.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it's funny because the music just sounded perfect and it was too loud for them. Yeah, I don't know. It's still a bit of a a work in progress.
So, is Medcap like the Star Wars NyQuil now?
Mednog?
Yeah.
It sounds tasty.
I have never been a huge fan of eggnog, but I'd like Mednog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, I just love the little terms that they'll throw in here now and then just to make it seem like so out there. It's one of my
There's so
favorite-
much. There was so much like dropped this episode of just like in the first scene with this like the dialogue in the ship. There was Mednog, there was Quadi Signet. There was so much. What's the legal age to drink in Star Wars? If you can shoot a blaster.
I can see that.
Yeah. I don't think anybody is. I mean, listen, if you're clearly serving a kid alcohol, perhaps you shouldn't. But I mean, we haven't really ventured into that like legal stuff.
Didn't Aura Singh take away a drink from Boba in a Clone Wars episode?
Probably. I mean, he was like a baby.
I would like to see the baby. I think Andor has the first reference to calf in live action.
Maybe.
It's possible, yeah. I can't really think of any.
I feel like it should have been said on Rebels specifically, but
it's for sure been said on Rebels. It was for sure.
Yeah.
It's for sure been said in Resistance.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, in the live action, I can't really think of any references to calf. Maybe during Attack of the Clones?
No, because it's Jawa juice.
what is that? What they were drinking on the transport to take in Attack of the Clones to take Padme like away from Coruscant?
I'm not sure, but I was thinking of.
I don't think they referenced.
I was thinking of Dexter's Diner, and whether.
Oh
or
yeah,
not,
that was Jawa juice.
No, but whether or not that it had been said in the background, like someone's like, "Oh, we're ordering like a cup of calf," and like, they're in the back. Dex is talking to Obi-Wan, he's like, "You want Jawa juice?" And then like someone's like, "Let's get another cup of calf," just something. I'm just thinking of like.
Maybe I can see that. To answer your question, Connor, I have Jen Markham coming on. I have Nathan Messer coming on, and I have Tropical Joe coming on to talk Andor tomorrow. Should be a great time.
Hey yo.
Tropical Joe, that's a great username.
We also may have Tropical Joe on Dyad next week because he's going to be traveling this weekend. If I look at my episode list now, for this weekend we have J Comics and Neve, and for the next watch party, I'm excited. Victoria is coming back.
Yay!
Awesome.
Sorry.
It has
my
been
favorite.
a minute. But she is super excited. She misses everyone so much. And it's interesting to get her back for like a really late night watch party. I have to make sure she knows what she signed up for. But I'll she's in the server now. She did say, or did I put it in the wrong slot?
I do believe that Vic uses they them now.
Okay, that is my mistake.
No
see.
mistake, just learning. That wasn't the case before. So
Okay, yeah, it is Saturday, the October the 8th, so it is not the watch party. So I have to update that. It will be with Meeks. Okay, that's
perfect.
that's gonna be a energy episode for sure.
And so Connor, Sunflower Stardust will be is slated to come on High Ground in the near future, but I do want to make sure I get them on the perfect episode. Not perfect episode, but just a good one.
With that said, Obi-Sean, if you're still interested, because that was a mistake on my part, the next watch party is not booked. So if you want to put your name down there as well, let me know. But next this Saturday we have J Comics, Neve next Saturday, Meeks and Victoria. And the Saturday, hopefully after that, Tropical Joe. I'm still trying to get a hold of Stoobs to come back. Have you had any success in contacting Stoobs at all?
Yeah. I can I can just text her.
Okay. Me and her are great friends since High Ground Rogue One episode.
And it doesn't make any content anymore, but I'm curious where Flowdux is, because Flowdux was on that episode as well. I'm curious how he's doing.
Let's see. I think it's been enough time to where I could possibly get Eggy back on at some point. Just trying to think of all of the OGs. Okay, what is this song?
Smooth jazz. I like it.
It's like the loudest thing ever.
Dyad After Hours.
I actually pulled open my my OBS so I can get a little recording, so I can show Pep what we're actually experiencing.
Okay, yeah, that'll help. It's just because I'm using Pretzel Rocks and I'm outputting the audio directly. And I'm controlling the volume through the device volume. So it shouldn't, unless it's just Video Ninja who's just being crazy.
I mean, is Video Ninja having a auto gain?
Yeah. Ever since I switched to this Scarlet, I have stopped putting the auto gain off. So, I mean, I will do that moving forward. Let's see if it fixes things. Where is my audio settings? Here's my audio settings.
You need to
Auto
get
gain.
Marin Kestis on here. So Marin Kestis no longer goes by Why Thanks Friend, but honestly, she gets too nervous when it comes to coming on these types of things. So still awesome. We love her very much, and have made it very open so she can come on anytime she wants.
Yep.
But today is not that day.
This day we fight.
Okay. That was my Aragorn.
How many artists?
Okay, so how is the music now? I turned off auto gain.
It
This is
went,
perfect. This is how it normally
it went back
is.
down.
Okay. Because like I stopped worrying about auto gain when the volume of my mic is controlled by this analog knob. So it
You're
doesn't
an
matter.
analog knob.
So it doesn't matter what the meter is on my on Windows. I control my volume with this knob, and you know.
Gotcha.
So I stopped doing that. But now I realize the problem with auto gain being on for other sources. So thank you, Choco, for mic policing me on this and solving that. Like, because I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't like troubleshoot that. Like I have it low on the device, and I have it low on the route.
Well, I was just confused on why it seemingly the next song would come on and it would just be monstrous. But I think, but I think a song would end. There's seconds of silence. The auto gain turns up. Next song starts. That's what I'm assuming. But yeah. So catching up at Luthen's gallery, did I see Bane's armor? So that is how.
That's how I saw
So
it.
that's how Pep saw it. But then again, no.
It was missing the horns, and then
So the way the faceplate looked exactly like Star Killer's mask. If you played the like the DLC or whatnot on The Force Unleashed.
yeah. It also but it seriously also looks like Bane's mask too. It just didn't have Bane inside of it with glowing eyes, right? So
It was definitely Sith-esque.
for sure.
And I think the spiky mohawk on the back was a nice touch to the armor.
Yeah. I'd have to rewatch Clone Wars appearance. It did look like Darth Starkiller mixed with Bane. Hey, with so many recognizable, aesthetic, it's Sith for sure. It's meant to be Sith. We had Kalikori, and I'm now like thinking. I probably need to look it up, but is that the Den of the White Worm logo? The snakes?
Interesting.
Probably not.
Anyhow.
It could be.
But yeah, I suppose that there's multiple possibilities as well, because it was two like ends on the snake, right? That we saw kind of curling back towards each other.
Yeah.
I know I've seen something similar to that, but even separate from what I'm thinking.
Bye, Connor.
That is something similar to what we see on the bottom of the Chimera.
Yeah.
I would just want to spend the whole day in Luthen's shop. The historian in me just was like, "Oh, screw it's the Star Wars artifact and antique shop." Yeah, okay. You guys go shop. I'll be here. Yes. It was so ridiculously arranged, and when we went to the back shop, he had the tools and stuff to examine and do all the certification on it. It was cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be a senator, but now he's now his cover is an antique shopper.
But I love though how his mannerisms, his body language, it all just changes, and so much so that old guy who he ran into on the transport in wouldn't recognize the shop owner. He might think they were brothers, but you would never think it was the same person. I think that's excellent, and it also shows you how much skin he has in the game. Right? He's not just that guy at the top, collecting. He has just as much to lose, if not more, than anyone else on the ground floor. And then we get to see this kind of noose that's tightening around Mon Mothma. Oh man, it's really good.
So I found sort of, kind of, maybe-ish. It's a municipality of Finland called Kjarva. And it has that snake, but nothing had to do with Star Wars.
Maybe the actor who plays Luthen is from that area, isn't he?
I mean, Stellan Skarsgård. Is he Swedish or is he Finnish?
I don't know.
Swedish. He's Swedish.
Okay.
I love their fish.
Oh my gosh. I need to get you like a big tub of Swedish fish.
It's one of the best candies ever.
Yeah, so I originally was not a Swedish Fish fan, but a good friend of mine, we went to an event. They went to this event, and before peanut M&Ms, that was the snack, but it was an event inside of a arena, with stadium style seats, and they knocked over the bag of peanut M&Ms and sent them cascading down row after row after row. And so it was decided you are no longer allowed to have round candies. And so that started the switch to Swedish Fish. We've never looked back.
What's going on, General Grievous 19?
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there. What did you think of episode 4, if you've seen it, of ANDOR? We're currently discussing it right now. Just initial impressions. Poring over artifacts. Man, that's a perfect scene for Thrawn to just come in. I see you have the Galikori.
Do you think he would have visited the shop, Lucian's shop, during his Academy's day?
I have no insight into Thrawn's casual proclivities.
I don't know if he has any.
That's the thing. We in the books that I've read of him, he has no hobbies of going to museums. He just kind of looks at artifacts and appreciates them.
Well, I mean, he does collect, and he does, I mean, when Aralani was like, let's do something, he's like, yes, we'll go to a museum. And she's like, oh.
Yeah. But I think that the one thing that this show is doing successfully is really portraying the bits and crumbs of the Rebel Alliance. It's just not there yet. And when we got to see that person, how the cover of Luthen's oh yes, I'm shopping for my husband or whatever, and then they go in the back, and then Luthen becomes this look at me person again. It's interesting. It's a great acting job by Stellan for sure.
Oh yeah.
He felt like a completely different character.
He is. He's a true leader, and he knows what buttons to push at what time. And so, like, the way that he talked about Andor to what's her face was entirely different than how he recruited Andor.
Oh, Vel?
Yeah.
That I did not expect that at all. I thought he was rough and gruff for sure, but as soon as he yelled, I was like, this guy's not joking around. He yelled.
He did.
And then put on the face of like the artificer or whatever, the antique dealer. And then his face turned into happiness. I also think, similar to Rebels, we keep seeing the impact on planets that the Empire conquered that most people overlook since it's not their home. I mean, that's like largely the reason we love this show too, right? It's just any shows that are away from like epic battles is just the minutia of suffering and oppression, and in this one we're seeing like the office politics of the ISB.
Another thing I'm loving from this episode is that like there's no like direct showing of like imperial like threats on the characters, but you can feel it in the scenes. Even if they like mention, oh, there's the changing spies as my month goes. It's like, okay, they're changing spies, but you can feel the tension in the scene just from that line.
Yeah. Also, he does have a Jedi and a Sith holocron in the back room. That's interesting as well.
Did he not?
Whoa.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if you just had everything.
But
Man,
I mean,
come over
what cover could possibly be more perfect? That allows him to go throughout the galaxy to talk to people, and depending on what item he's collecting would indicate people's feelings on certain things, you know?
Now I'm gonna try to hint this at Pat without giving away too much.
If it has to do with Path of Deceit, don't, please.
I'm not gonna say anything overt.
I don't want anything at all, though. I feel I often am able to predict things from small things.
All right, well,
Yeah, if you,
I've had people. I guess I'm broken because I've had people in my family who are like, you'll never get from this hint, and then like, thanks, I got all of it, or they'll try and be covert and say one of my secrets to me, and like everyone gets it. And like,
yeah, I've had similar things happen, so I get that.
I still want to try. I'm not gonna like.
Message me.
I can hop out of the live.
I'll message. All right, Pat. I'll message you, and then you can give me a yes or no.
All right.
I just gotta find you.
That's a problem with you being so popular on the internet.
Now, what did you think of Mon Mothma's husband's mullet?
You know, he's just being a nice stay-at-home husband, just doing what he can while she's off. He has to have his hobbies.
I will say, her drip is stunning.
Oh yeah, Pep. I think definitely there could
Okay.
be something in it. Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. And now Chuck is gonna try his best to predict off of the yes. House husband. Why does everything have to be so boring and sad? It's boring and sad.
She needs to take him out more.
I mean, I see
But-
Mon Mothma as a realist.
What he's saying though is emblematic of a great problem, and I hate to say, I just, how do I put this? Obviously, this is not a political channel at all, but it seems people who are interested. Let's put it this way: her husband would not be interested in the show Andor because of its reflection towards the real world, and so and I see often there are people who feels like resist shows like this. I mean, modern Star Wars in general, because either they're apathetic to things going on that are being reflected, or their
They don't wanna
thoughts,
confront it.
things align with the bad guys.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Mom Martha's husband is like the definition of complacency.
Yeah, and as Chaco said, apathy. I think. Now listen, we're not a political show, but we're pretty based. Like, don't don't get it wrong. If you have any inkling of like being an Imperial sympathizer outside of being unironic, we're not a channel for you. Just saying.
You're starting to sound like a separatist.
Empire's wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. I put up a video today about indoctrination with all
It's a good video.
all of this evidence.
Yeah,
And
I saw
then-
that.
And then like one of the comments, but the Jedi did indoctrinate. I'm just like, watch the video. How do you have thoughts of an order indoctrinating people, and then you've got all different kinds of people of different opinions and methods of operating?
We get direct lines for people arguing with the council and arguing how they see the Force and stuff like that within the order. It's like,
Dooku left because he disagreed. That's all you need.
And not only did Dooku leave, but he was still respected by all of them and would still come back to, in Padawan, he still visits, the temple. He was on the council. Like,
and they have all the busts of the lost ones in the archives of all the ones that have left.
He probably speaking to Mon Mothma's husband. He definitely came off as apathetic. Just wants to keep having his house parties, but also care for the plebs.
Okay, so straight up though, like, Mon Mothma is in danger. She is in danger. The Imperials are spying on her, and the actions that she's doing could end up with her dead. And at the same time, her husband is inviting those people over for dinner because they're good party guests. That's crazy.
Do you think he's aware of her extracurriculars?
Of course not. He's apathetic for a reason. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I would say he's probably not aware of her involvement in, and that's why I actually really like this. This makes a lot of sense because Mon Mothma is single in everything. He's gonna die in this show.
He'd pull a Tim if he knew.
He would pull a Tim. He's Coruscant Tim. That's what we're gonna call him, Coruscant Tim. And
Speaking of which, you guys like the password for this call?
Yes.
Yeah, screw Tim. Best. But Mon Mothma is like, do you know how many people are going to starve because of the decisions of those people? And he's like, yeah, but they're cool to hang out with.
First of all, I highly doubt Sly Moore is the life of a party.
I've seen Slidemore. I feel like, you know what though? I mean, given the state of the comics, Slime is more interesting than you might think.
Oh no, for sure.
But that would never.
But I'm not a
come
party
out.
guest.
Yeah. If I am, going to Coruscant and I'm going to grab some beers, Slime is not on my list of invitees. We'll just put it at that. I would drink with Palpatine though. I feel like that would be hilarious.
Based off of the Lego specials.
Yeah.
This beer is not as good as the ones from Naboo. Zap, zap.
This beard is not gold.
Also, was Mark Hamill the voice of someone in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Because I thought I heard Mark Hamill.
Who would he be the voice of? Was he the voice of Grim Reaper?
No, he's the voice of someone that was a little bit more eccentric. No, Grim Reaper is Lance Henriksen.
But man, the voice acting in that show is awesome.
Yeah,
right?
It is. No, I mean the show in general is pretty fire. Oh yeah, he voiced Claw. Okay, CJ knows.
The world's about to break.
Oh, that's one of the best openings. Yeah, it's like I'm like the way television is going and stuff. Like, I'm missing elaborate intros because like there used to be so much like elaborate intros and stuff like that. Now it's usually just a title and some music. I mean, which for Andor works perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
You know what?
You're watching.
I got hate for this. Well, anime best intros of all time.
Yeah.
But Peacemaker.
I still have to watch that.
I've got myself in trouble because I skipped the opening and
what?
see I don't know, man. It's just too much for me.
That's fair.
I guess I gotta watch it.
You absolutely have to watch Peacemaker. It's a great show.
It's really good.
Shockingly good because I don't like John Cena.
After Avengers. Listen, I'm looking forward to 940 episodes of One Piece, and it's still going.
Mm-hmm.
It's still going? I thought they finished that.
No, it's still going. It's
Oh,
the
wow.
longest running anime, I believe, in history. But I think the more recent episode, the more recent seasons have been like Renzoku, or not like. It's more along the lines of recent anime where they drop a season to take a hiatus, right? As opposed to Naruto that runs.
Yeah, they were
until they
just
reach
grinding it
Golden
out.
So I just have to make sure, just like keeping track of interest rates, I have to watch more than they release in any given month, and I should catch up relatively slowly. But then Chaco's like, "Oh, Avengers," and now I like that one. But I'm almost done with season 1. There's only 2 seasons, so that shouldn't be tough. Though at least it's not as lazy as House of the Dragon, just reusing Game of Thrones theme, but also not mad at them because how do they top such an iconic theme? They top it. They just do. Listen, what's his name? Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah, that guy's just taking W's left and right. Between, Black Panther,
Black Panther, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. It's just, I would have appreciated them to at least appropriate the theme and be different. So yeah,
I was expecting a new one, but I don't know how much I was expecting a new title scene versus music. I don't know which one would matter more.
Well, The shows are just so different. I don't know.
At least Howard Shore wrote a new piece for Rings of Power. I mean, you have to. You can't use third age music for the second age. That sounded so hoity-toity.
It sounded like you were talking about the difference between 80s and 90s rock.
Well,
Pretty
but
much.
you said that, and I was like, I don't know. It worked for Knight's Tale. but it being Dyad, yeah. All right. So while we're on the topic of music, the Harfoot song that played in the most recent episode. It was beautiful. It was light. It was lovely.
It was great.
And it's leading everyone to believe even more so that the stranger is Gandalf.
You know, I was holding out for a blue wizard because second age, but like.
But it would be so beautiful if that's where he got it from. He got it from Harfoots.
It's fitting perfect. It's fitting perfectly. It's just like I want to see a blue wizard. At least one.
I read an article about Rings of Power saying like why don't they mention Galadriel's brother? Who is this motivator? It was like they did. She said Finrod.
Did a bunch.
I don't get it.
I'm seeing a lot of like art.
There's been like 5 episodes that he's been mentioned in 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was mentioned in the first one.
We saw him in the first.
We saw him, and she said to him, Finrod. I don't get it. These bitches not be watching these shows.
Nobody's saying Saruman.
Yeah, no, it feels like these review articles are not watched like.
Nobody is saying Saruman doesn't. The Ishtari don't get there until the third age, so no one's gonna be saying any of these wizard names. Why do I turn all haughty with Lord of the Rings? I'm sorry, Obi-Sean.
Because it's unchecked power. You have no one that can stop you. Like if New Better was on, he would.
Oh no, like... New Better would slap my face. My knowledge is purely off of memory at this point. And I've tried rereading Silmarillion this year. But I did the horrible thing of not taking notes. So it has again.
Although I think I'm going to arrange something for soon after the finale of the season. And hopefully bring in some of the big guns on it, and including yourself, Pep. So that's in the works right now, so I'll keep everyone posted, but it should be fun.
That makes me think Dawn, Silmarillion, New Beta. I don't know. Tolkien Professor has gotten in some heat recently.
Yeah, no.
Would you bring on Fantasy Annex?
I love Fantasy Annex. I would try to bring on them. Stoobs, and then potentially Fern. And I think
with the condensed timeline, who knows though? I mean, there's a lot of theories thinking that they're just gonna change it up and that's gonna be Gandalf, but like, I don't know. I don't agree with it all.
Okay, I have a question though for y'all. On one, and yes, they're very, very different shows, House of Dragon and Lord of the Rings, but one of them is condensing the timeline because these things don't happen within the lifespan of one person, and you'd have to get a new cast every episode. And then the other one is the last episode skipped what could have been 2 seasons worth of content. How are we feeling about both of those?
Oh, the jump. Yeah.
I feel like
Damon became a dutiful husband. And What?
Well, the biggest change for me, and I'll just say this really quickly, and I'll let you go off, Pat. I miss young Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
She was a firecracker, and made things interesting. And now it's like, I don't know. It's going to be an adjustment period. But yeah, I don't know. Like the reason the timeline is condensed to begin with for Rings of Power is because they only have access to the appendices. They don't have rights to those stories, so they're kind of like they're kind of like going from like epic to epic and just kind of filling in the gaps, you know? But like House of the Dragon has no reason to just be like, hey, 10 years later.
Well, I mean, I get the reason. The reason is to only display the highlights of what's going on, to keep more people interested throughout more of the show. But I feel like we were plenty interested already.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm currently reading Fire and Blood, and I've been doing the whole talks with JJ and Josh on there after the things, and like House of the Dragon is such an interesting concept for this first season because it's filling in the in-universe like actual conversations between people that you don't get in Fire and the Blood, and so it's like a companion piece to the book, where it's like, here's the recorded history, and this is what actually is happening, and the characters are coming off so different, and people are seeing so different lights, and there's so much and like discussions, analyzing, just coming off of the changes that we're seeing to the characters as they're interacting versus being told. And I'm like, that's such a great premise to have like a companion piece to a recorded history, and they could have definitely increased the length of setup up to the Dance of Dragons, but they want to get to the Dance of Dragons, and so that's where they're going to get.
Yeah. I feel like we've like someone switched the rails on the railroad, and we're hugely off track with ANDOR now. I do want to save a lot of this discussion for Dyad, which we are introducing a fandom crawl segment where we're going to talk about all this stuff. Kind of like a variety show now. It's going
we
some
gotta
legs.
expand, you know. Yes, stick and move. There's so much stuff that we're interested in, and we don't have you know, I mean, Pod One's podcast is covering all of this stuff individually and putting up separate videos. That's awesome. You know, it's a 3-man team all doing stuff. We just want to roll it all together because we know we're talking to all the same people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. CJ, it's not your bad. We all kind of deviated and like went on a tangent with all this stuff. I think we've said our piece with ANDOR episode 4. But we will be joined this Saturday on Dyad in the Force by J Comics and J Comics
Neve.
Yeah, to talk about episode 4, and then we will have a fandom crawl on that one too. So you guys should tune in if you guys want to participate in the conversation. Pat, thank you so much for being along for the ride with this watch party. I know it is. Well, no, we're all on the West Coast. Never mind. Screw you. I was about to be sympathetic, but no, you're just as privileged as us. Yeah, but thank you for being on and sharing your thoughts, especially with this episode. I feel like this episode was made for you.
Oh, I have the ISBS is one of the things I've always had so many questions about, and we've only gotten so little of it in the books, and so that just conference meeting just made my night.
Yeah, and then the show and the shows too. Like we got Tierney, we got Callus, we just very, very minute like looks into agents, but not the bureau itself.
One final thing. Am I crazy? Okay, so the whole time while we've been talking, I've kind of just been scrolling through, looking at these artifacts, and am I? Oh my goodness! And I lost them. Where did they just go? I'm pretty sure I saw markings that match the hands of the son, the daughter, and the father.
You mean like this, and then like the mural?
Yes, inside of his shop. I'm trying to find him again.
I'm gonna have to make a video and just trying to see if I can identify all of the artifacts. This is a great lore drop.
It is, and so my new thing that I'm planning to start doing is putting the stuff on TikTok and then using the TikTok comments.
There's a Gungan shield. He has a Gungan shield in the back.
Really?
Yeah, it's like right in the corner.
Is it in the back room?
No, it's like on the floor room, and like it's right in the corner, and it's like the energy shield just leaning up against the wall.
That's cool. I mean, there was a lot against the wall in the back, along like beside the Calicori.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to go frame by frame, man.
Yeah.
But best way to do that is to capture it on OBS. Open it up on media player and go frame by frame.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, I have to. So I do that anyways, so that I have an MP4 version of the episode for my folder. But I think I'm doing it. I think I'm making the switch to DaVinci Resolve. I'm gonna try testing it out.
Yeah, they're their hands. I have them right here. It's the fist and the.
Take a screenshot and send it to me, just because I'm missing them.
All right.
You might get a better shot than I do.
I'm on my phone, so it's gonna come out black.
Are we gonna drop the same video? I want to see how similar it is.
But again, looking in the back room, you can't miss them. There's like a fat holocron, a fat Sith holocron. We see a big box and a tetrahedron. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. Anyways,
good morning, Fanatic.
Yep,
but we're also wrapping up here. But you can really quickly let us know if you've watched episode 4, if you have any feelings about it. But yeah, like we'll talk off stream about the DaVinci Resolve stuff, because I've tried in the past to switch to it because it's free, but I don't know. I'm just so used to the workflow now.
So Choco, I'll try and grab a screenshot of it for you on my laptop. But when you're scrolling, it's when the assistant pulls over the chauffeur to look at the coins.
Okay.
Those
perfect.
tablets.
All right, guys.
I skipped back 10 seconds, and then it was just lost. I was like, no.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to this watch party. CJ, Obi, Sean, Connor, General Grievous 19, Star Wars Fanatic. We'll be doing this every Tuesday night into Wednesday early morning. I'll be talking about it later this evening. Have a good day. Right on. I'll try to tune in. But thank you, Pat, for joining us.
Of course, I always love talking with you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming out, man. Always love you. Thank you for doing our artwork, and we'll need to talk soon about more stuff potentially.
Oh, I'm happy.
Also, just so we have it on record, Choco, you're down for the cookout on the 100th episode.
I'm down for a cookout. I'm down for anything. And I'm even down if we decided to not do a cookout and instead wanted to do the Dyad's first visit to Galaxy's Edge. But I will leave all that up to you.
We could, but the initial planning has already started for the cookout. And I was about to ask Pat if he's down.
I mean, I should be free because I don't. It's no class days or anything like that. So it's a Wednesday.
So here, episode 104 is our 2-year anniversary. We could probably plan something for that. If you're down. Unless you wanted to go with everybody.
To me or to him?
to you for Galaxy's Edge. Do you want to do it on the 2-year, or do you want to? Were you more hoping to go to Galaxy's Edge for 100?
Either one is fine. I just wanted to throw that out there as an idea.
Yeah.
I'm happy to join you guys for whatever.
For sure, and everybody in LA is in the LA area is down to kind of tag along, but the Galaxy's Edge trip has been a long time coming, for sure. We'll talk more off stream. Thank you guys for joining us on this watch party. We'll see you on Choco. We'll see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Later today. High Ground, 5 p.m.
Yeah, later today. High Ground. We'd be honored if you would join us.
And then we'll be back on Saturday. The Dyad and the Force, 5 p.m. Pacific. But have a good night, guys. Get some good sleep. And see you on the other side. But that's it. On to the next one.
For Light and for Life.
We're all the Republic.
And that is a Gungan shield in the back. May the Force be with you.
Listen to me!
Yes, Commander.